Hello everyone, I am Teacher Glory. I will be teaching you about a passage for English reading grade 12. Enjoy! For this video, we will be finding facts and details from the passage that we will cover. Before we find facts and details, what can you say about this picture? Correct! This picture contains different kinds of insects. Very good. For this part, you can listen and read together with the audio that I will play. You can pause also the video if you want to listen again.
Among the most damaging insects in the world are those that belong to the Helioes or Helicoverpa group. The corn earworm and several other harmful crop insects are part of the group.
It is stated in this paragraph that the most damaging insects in the world belong to Heliodes or Helicoverpa group. This picture is an example of a Heliodes, and this one is for Helicoverpa. And this picture shows an example of this group. What part of group? Yes, these harmful crop insects. Again, listen and read together with the audio that I will play. You can pause the video if you want to listen again.
Each year, they cost American farmers about $2,000 million. That amount includes money spent on efforts to control them, and on lost crops. At one time, chemicals were used to control these insects, but chemicals cannot be aimed to control just harmful insects. As a result, both harmful insects and helpful insects were affected.
We are now on paragraph 2. This mentioned that they, which refers to what? Yes, the harmful insects. They have been a problem to many farmers, especially in America. They have been spending too much effort to control them and protect their crops. Then, chemicals were used to control these insects. However, this affected not only the harmful insects, but also helpful insects. Again, listen and read together with the audio that I will play.
Today, many farmers are using insects to control insects. The most popular are very small wasps. Two kinds of wasps are used. One is the Microplytus croceps. It attacks insects in the Helioides or Helicoverpa group. The second wasp is the Coatsamarginiventris. It is used against a number of insects, especially those of the Noxiawood family. They include the fall armyworm, the beet armyworm, and the cabbage looper.
In this paragraph, a solution was found. The farmers are now using insects to control insects. The most popular are very small wasp. What is a wasp? A wasp is a social winged insect that has a narrow waist and a sting. And this refers to these two kinds of wasp. The first one is called Microplytis croceps. This kind attacks the Heliodes and Helicoverpa. The second one is Coatsamarginiventris. This attacks a number of insects, especially those of the Noctuid family, including the fall army, beet armyworm, and the cabbage looper. Again, listen and read together with the audio that I will play. You can pause the video if you want to listen again.
Several governments and university scientists studied what happens when a harmful as a corn earworm attacks a plant. They found the plant releases a chemical announcing the attack. A wasp smells the chemical and flies to the plant in search of the insect. The wasp attacks when it finds the corn earworm. It drills a tiny hole in the worm with its tail and lays an egg. When the wasp larva leaves the egg, it begins eating the blood and fat of the corn earworm. In a short period of time, the earworm dies. The wasp lays only one egg in the worm. If another worm attacks the plant, it will release another chemical signal. The wasp may return to the plants if it smells the chemical. But, having marked the first worm with its own special smell, the wasp will pass it by and look for the second worm.
Since they discovered a solution, several governments and university scientists studied what happens to the corn earworm when they attacked a plant. They found out that the plant releases a chemical announcing the attack. Then a wasp smells the chemical and flies to the plant, searching for the harmful insect. This time, the wasp will attack and will be looking for the earworm, drilling a tiny hole in the worm with its tail, and lays an egg, as shown in this picture. After the wasp leaves the egg, it begins eating the blood and the fat of the corn earworm, leaving the earworm a short period of time to live. If another worm attacks the plant, it will release another chemical signal, and it here refers to, yes, the plant. The wasp may return to the plants if it smells the chemical, but since they drilled already on the worm, the wasp will pass it by and look for another worm. In paragraph 5, we can say that the wasp uses the corn earworm as a host. The wasp's egg develops in the corn earworm, and a chemical signal leads to the corn earworm. Again, listen and read together with the audio that I will play. You can pause the video if you want to listen again.
In studies, wasps have laid their eggs in from 80 to 100% of the corn earworms in an affected field. Scientists now are looking for ways to produce large amounts of the wasps in the laboratory to be released on farms. They say farmers need between 300 and 600 female wasps for each acre. This number, they say, will provide a healthy population of wasps to control harmful insect.
In connection to the wasp laying their eggs, ranges from 80 to 100% of the corn earworms in the affected field. So now, farmers need between 300 and 600 female wasps for each acre of land. It is believed that this number will provide a healthy population of wasps to control harmful insects. This healthy population here is closest to the meaning many or plenty, referring to wasps controlling harmful insects. Going back to this part, in controlling the harmful insects, they are using more female wasps since males can't be used to kill harmful insects. I repeat, can't. In general, these wasps are friends of plants because they protect them. Plants need more of these kinds since it's not enough to control the harmful ones. Using wasps doesn't give any damage or harm to plants and other helpful insects. I hope you get all the information you needed for this video. If you have comments about my presentation, feel free to ask. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Goodbye.